Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Crafts. I'm Linda Cullen from Crafty Stampin', and we are going to play with paper pumpkin today. It's going to be kind of a paper pumpkin palooza because Tammy's on in an hour for me and she is also doing a paper pumpkin. So it is paper pumpkin palooza again and I'm okay with that. So let me show you quickly what we are going to do first. Get y'all excited. So this is my paper pumpkin alternative from the December kit. So the December kit was called, make sure I say it right, Flora and Flutter. And it was absolutely adorable. And so this was my little take on it. I had to add some Celebration products to it because Celebration all by itself is just awesome. But Celebration and Paper Pumpkin together are a great pair. So Paper Pumpkin, if you don't know, is our monthly kit. And you can subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and you just get it. It shows up monthly and your credit card is charged once a month. But there is an option to prepay Paper Pumpkin. It makes it a great way, one, if you're doing a club or a workshop, that you can add that to your order. But also, it makes for a great gift. Right now, during Celebration, if you get a 3-month subscription to Paper Pumpkin, you get one Celebration product for free. And of course I've probably misplaced the, anything from this catalog, actually in the level 1, there we do have level 2s now. So 3-month subscription gets you to pick anything in a level 1. If you do a 6-month subscription, you can pick 2 level 1s or 1 level 2. And then if you do a 12-month, which now you're saving on your Paper Pumpkin subscription, but you also can get 4 level 1s and 2 level 2s, plus you get free Stampin' Rewards, which is any product you want. So that is like the best deal, especially if you're like me, and I don't know why I don't do this as a demonstrator, because I get all these extra freebies, and I'm getting it anyways. And I'm about to show you how awesome it is, but I'm sure you already know that. So Paper Pumpkin rocks. So good morning, everybody. I see everyone's popping on and saying good morning. I'm so happy to see you guys all here today. It is, I don't know about you, it is starting to warm up in the east here. Things are falling off my roof that have been frozen on it for the past couple days. Every once in a while I keep hearing boom, boom. So we're going to pray that nothing breaks in that short time frame. So let's also, for today, so I'm going to start calling these prize patrols because I want to play within Facebook's new rules of what's good to say and what's not good to say, and they don't tend to like giveaways. So we're doing prize patrol now. So my live prize patrol, so anyone who leaves a comment during today's broadcast is going to have the ability to get a prize of the Bright Sequins assortment. And I'm kind of playing with sequins today, so you kind of see how wonderful those can be. If you are unable to watch this live, either if you're watching it later on Facebook or you're watching it on YouTube, it doesn't have a big red live somewhere in one of the corners, you can have the ability to win the Heartfelt Blooms stamp set. That is a current Celebration stamp set, and that is, so that makes it special. It's exclusive. So I'm going to be giving that away on my January 24th Coffee and Crafts show. So leave a comment and you can be entered to win that. Leave a comment, share this broadcast somewhere, and say you shared with the D, and you will get a second entry into this. So good morning. Okay, so what else? We got the giveaways. So let's, if you saw last week, I was a little scattered because I forgot it was Friday and forgot I actually had to do a live. Ooh, I gotta, hold on. Of course, I'm, again, not fully with it. My computer was behaving badly before we came on, and I had to close a few screens. It looks like I closed my screen that has the giveaways, because we're going to do giveaways from, let's see if we can find it. There it is. Okay. So I want to pull this over. Jolly. Let's go here. All right. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to do the live giveaway for the Christmas, Jolly Christmas. And I'm sorry, my graphic is messed up. Let's see if I wonder if I can fix that on the fly. I don't know. Oh, that's a little better. All right. So there we go. So this is way back from December 8th. And this is the Jolly Christmas. So this is everyone listed in here is put their name, commented, and if you see their name twice, it's because they shared this video and they said shared. I'm gonna kind of quickly go through because I like people to see that I actually put all their names in. So there we go, all the names, there at the bottom. There was quite a few. We've had quite a few lately, so I thank you all. So you see, because we're going to give away 2, I put the word Jolly way at the top just so I know which giveaways which. If by chance Jolly comes up first, the second person will be the winner. But usually whoever shows up on top is our winner. So let's do this. So 1, 2, 3, randomize. And our winner for the Jolly is Linda Morrow. And I'm going to find a pen right now and write this down on here. Where'd it go? So I don't mess this up because later I'll be like, which ones did I do? Because just some days it can just not work out. Linda Morrow. All right, and our next one. All right, so we're going to flip over here, and I'm going to flip down to, that was Jolly Christmas we just did. We need to do time of year. So time of year. All right. So time of year, same deal. So it says time of year at the top so that I could keep track of which one's which. And so we quickly zip through everyone. This goes way back to 11/29. You know, we were heading into Christmas and things were getting crazy. So the Coffees and Crafts was not as on ball as it usually was. So I apologize, but we are back in the new year and we're going like crazy. So there's everybody's names. Again, if time of year does for whatever reason end up at the top, the person in the second position will be the winner. Otherwise, it's the person at the top. So 1, 2, 3, and our winner for the time of year stamp set is Tiana. And it's Tiana Gilmore. So congratulations, Tiana Gilmore. And for anybody who does happen to win, did I not put it on? Computer browser. So what if I head here? There we go. All right, so if head up to specials, giveaways, I'm going to change this to prizes soon just to keep it all sent. Right here in the middle is click to claim your prize. So just fill out that form and I will get you your prize as soon as possible. And let's see. So I think that's all. Oh no, I got one more thing I want to share with you guys before we get playing. And that is joining Stampin' Up. So, honest with you, I'm growing my team. I want to help people have as much fun as the rest of us. And I think you guys all see that when Tammy and I and all of us do this, we do have a blast. But you do not have to sell and you do not have to do Facebook Lives to join. I tried to describe it to someone today is I belong to BJ's. I know in different parts of the country there's Costco's, there's BJ's, there's Sam's Club. I pay BJ's $100 a year for the privilege of shopping in that store so I can get a discount. Stampin' Up, you are going to pay $99 for the privilege to shop with Stampin' Up at a discount. But you are also getting $125 worth of product plus 2 free stamp sets for that $99. It is the best deal going. If you want a discount on your stamping supplies, joining Stampin' Up is a brilliant way to go. And I put it out there, I want to be your upline. So if you would like to learn from me, if you would like to just, hey, hang out with me, you know, send me an email, let's chat. I have a growing group and I have a mix of hobby demonstrators and I have a mix of business demonstrators. We just had we do a little FaceTime live meeting on Tuesday mornings. We had that this morning, and I challenged all of them, and they have a prize hanging out there for them, and you can get included in that too. So send me an email. So let's go back. What are we making? We are making Paper Pumpkin. I saw Tammy just popped on. Tammy, it's Paper Pumpkin Palooza again. So let's get going. All right. So this is based on the Paper Pumpkin from December. Paper Pumpkin for January, the cutoff is tomorrow. It's always the 10th of the month. So if you want to make sure you get the next month's, you need to subscribe. So you can subscribe right at craftystampin.com. So these are what the, oh, that was Tammy. Tammy's typing in as me. I'm like, I said, whoop. No, I bet that's Tammy. We are admins on each other's Facebook pages. And it doesn't let you do it on the phone, on your mobile, as anybody other than the owner. It's a long story. All right, the 10th, tomorrow, sign up for Paper Pumpkin. Let's play. So I am starting. So the Paper Pumpkin came with this. This was one of the cards, and it's a really pretty card. It's a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 like window. And so I decided that I wanted to use this as my focal point on my alternative card. So let's start with, I always start with my scoreboard. Today we are starting with my Stampin' trimmer. So there she goes. Tammy's now talking as herself. So this is 4 1/4. I want this to be smaller because my standard paper is 4 1/4 wide. So I want it a little smaller. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the card. So I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. So now in my little brain, now I can work in, do the same thing on all 4 sides. So I want this to be 3 3/4. So I'm going to take off 1/4. Let's see, so it's 4. So I want to start with the first 2 sides, and I'm just going to keep turning it 90 degrees. I'm going to take off 1/4 inch, which basically I'm going to start at 4 inches. So I'm going to cut at 4. I'm going to turn it 90 degrees, and I'm going to cut at 4 again. All right, so now I'm going to cut at 4 again, or turn 90 degrees again, but now because of the 4, it's already 4 inches wide from our first cut. Now I'm going to move it into the 3 3/4, and I'm going to cut at 3 3/4. One more 90 degree turn, 3 3/4, and boom. Now we are square again with my detail in the middle. And so I can, if you think of something fun to do with these, go for it. This is, I'm just going to throw it away. I can't. Sometimes I find, some people save every single scrap, and I know when I started I did too. I can't handle it quite much anymore. Okay, so here is my detail. I'm turning this into a shaker card. So let's turn this over. And I'm going to use my foam adhesive strips. And so these are the long strips that Stampin' Up! Comes up with to do this. So I'm just going to pull out. Diana's right, you can't save everything. I find trying to save everything, it ruins the good stuff. So if I know I have a specific project coming up that might need little strips, I'll keep them, or I'll put something like that in a little bag. And if I don't use it in a little bit of time, I toss them. So I'm just kind of attaching this as close to the circle as possible, because when you do a shaker card, I don't want, if I went all the way out to the square, the little bits that are in the shaker will settle in these corners, and I want it to be visible at most times. So I want to get it as close to this as possible. All right, and I got a little bit that didn't make it. Window sheet first. Donna, you rock. I didn't do my window sheet. All righty. I got my head in 20 million directions. Let's see if I can pull this off. Nope. All right, starting again. This is where you would cut and edit, but we're live. Where did I put my cutter? Oh, here we go. We're going to go again. We all are human. We make mistakes. There we go. So this is what you get. Sometimes people can't talk and craft at the same time. Today's obviously a day I shouldn't be talking and crafting at the same time. I know you're all laughing at me. This is how crafting goes. So here we go. In case you missed it the first time, this is how I'm going to cut down my sheet. So I cut off the end, and then I'm going to cut my first 2 at 4. Oh my. You know why? Because I don't think I cut my window sheet in advance. First 2 at 4, second 2 at 3 3/4. Get that out of the way. Yep, window sheet first. That would have been cool. Wait, what if I hadn't seen Donna's note? I would have thrown in all the little sequins, turned it up, and had sequins flying all over my craft room. That would have been funny. All right, did I cut? That's why I didn't cut a window sheet. Let me find my window sheets. Window sheets. Do I have any cut at all? I don't. All right, there we go. Good old window sheets. They come 12 by 12. I know I have some cut somewhere. I do. I found them. My craft room's a mess. You see I bought, so I don't know if you guys have followed along, I do my product shares. I ordered them. They were supposed to come yesterday. I had a notice that said they'd be here by 10:30 this morning. Yesterday morning. Never showed up. Showed up today. There's supposed to be 3 boxes. There's 1. Can't work sometimes with, so what did I say? 3 3/4 to 3 3/4. So we're going to cut this just a smidge. I'm going to do a 1/16 of an inch smaller than 3 3/4. There we go. So me and UPS aren't having a good day. So my craft room's a mess. Need to call and yell at UPS. All right. That looks like it'll fit now. Alrighty. We're going to take my tear tape. Where did my tear tape go? There it is. So I'm going to attach the window sheet. Oh, we've all been there. I know. And it's, I don't let these sort of things affect it. It is just, we all screw up. It's how life goes. If you don't make mistakes, you don't learn anything new. You know? Oh yeah, I could have put the window sheet on top, but that would have been too shiny. Don't want to do that. I could. I tell every one of my students in class that there are no mistakes. There's just new ideas. You know? The fun part is figuring out how to turn that mistake into an asset. You know, I always love watching like interior design shows, and like a landscaper will walk into this backyard. The backyard's like 3 feet wide, and it's got this huge ledge, stone outcrop, you know, in the back, and they get done with it, and they've got flowers on it, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and it makes you go, God, I wish I had ledge in my backyard, a big ledge wall, you know. So the challenge is figuring out how to make something that's a negative into a positive. But we didn't do that because I wanted to make this one. I liked it, so that'll be my challenge for later. See if I can fix it and turn it into something. All right, so get all the tear tape off. All right, so now I'm going to attach the window sheet to the back of. There we go. Oops. The back of here. There we go. That will let my sequins stay in. Now we're going to start again with the foam adhesive strips. Oh, always be positive. If I've learned nothing in life, and if I can teach my children nothing, is your choices in life are laugh or cry. You know what? Have a good cry, but have a good laugh too, because you only go around once. You know, I'd rather laugh and make a joke of it, and you know, and not in a mean way, but you know, it's not everything's perfect. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna snip that. There we go. All right, so now I have my circle that I'm going to put my sequins in. So this is the iridescent sequin assortment because I thought it color-wise looked the best with the Calypso coral that is in the paper pumpkin. So I'm going to take a bunch, and I will. Oh, you know what I'm going to do first? These things stick like you wouldn't believe. Did I? this is my embossing buddy. And I'm going to kind of just put a little of that on the window to try and prevent it from them all clinging to the window. So, all right, so now we'll add, let's see, without these clinging all over me. There we go. We don't need that many. Good morning, everybody who's just showed up. If you weren't here 10 minutes ago, you missed me screw up. But that's okay. We are moving on. So I am now going to attach this, and I've probably misplaced it. All right. This is the iridescent, this little square came with the paper pumpkin, and I'm going to attach it, and I'm going to do something different here after I remove all this top of the tape. Sometimes things don't like to attach themselves to glimmer paper. It's just how glimmer paper is. So I'm actually going to take my Tombow glue, and I'm going to put a little of it around the top of this foam adhesive strips so that it will seep into the glimmer paper and kind of hold on a bit tighter. So the adhesive strip will attach for the short term. There we go. All right, come on, glue. There we go. I think that's enough. All right, so I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to keep it upside down like that. And then I take my biggest clear block. I'm going to sit that on top of it, and we're going to work on. So I'm going to slide it over there. Sit it on top of it. I'm going to let it sit there for a little bit to dry while we work on the rest of the card. So I am going to come up with a solution for this. You wait. May not be on today's blog, but I will, because now that's a challenge. Because I talked about how you turn your positives into negatives, or turn your positives into negatives. Now there's something that I know you can easily do. Turn your negatives into positives. So turn your boo-boos into stuff. The embossing buddy does not make it cloudy. I mean, I didn't put that much in. I put enough to just kind of counteract the static cling, but it doesn't make it cloudy. If you can see on my finished one. But it does not. And I will tell you, all right, talk about trying to turn things around. So this is the card we're making. This was my beginning of the card we were going to make, and I changed my mind. And I figured I don't need to show you, it's my sample cards. I don't mail them out. So a lot of times in my clubs, people are like, what's on the back? I'm like, oh, ignore what's on the back. That was attempt number 1. All right, so here's my card base. I had scored it with the scoreboard beforehand, and it's just folded in half. The paper is from the Celebration paper. I think it's Bubble and Fizz. Bubbles and Fizz. This is the DSP that you can earn in Celebration. So this is a level 1, so it's with a $50 purchase. All right, and so what I want is it for kind of stick down the middle. Now, if you are a paper saver, this is how it is. I could easily cut this, probably like here, and only use this much paper, because I could then cut that in half, have a little bit at the top, and have the little bit at the bottom, and there's no DSP behind here. I'm not going to do that today, but you can totally do that. I've done it in classes before, because I have a, and everyone wants to save money. You could also punch out some shapes out of the middle of this here. So what I want to do is I'm just going to make a banner. So I'm going to snip this up, not very high. I don't want it tall, because if it's tall, it'll hide behind the shaker part. So then I'm going to just take my scissors, and I'm aiming now. Of course, this one's super dark. The pattern is, can't see it, so I'm going to add a little dot right there, so I know where to aim my scissors. And I'm just going to take my scissors from the corner and aim for that dot. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. From the corner, aim for the dot. Okay, and trim that out. So there is my little banner notch. Yes, I absolutely can take my sample apart and make 2 cards. Yep, I probably will do that. All right, so this is going to go here. So we're going to add that with Snail, which has walked away also. Okay. Find the other one. All right. So this is my working craft room. So this, making projects, having class. So things get every which way. There we go. All right, so that's going down with Snail. Now the banners, these came with the celebration. They've got little die cut butterflies, if you can see those, and little banners. So I'm going to use the banner. And the stamp set that came has got some really cute greetings. And I love the font of the happy birthday, congratulations, and thank you. And we're going to use the thank you. I'm going to stamp that Knight of Navy. And I'm going to stamp it on the left side of one of these banners. Okay. And that didn't come out good, so guess what? You do it again. Firm pressure, not too much pressure. There we go. All right, so I'm going to pop that out. Okay, so now let's go back, see how our, oops, so there's our shaker portion of our shaker card. And I'm going to attach fast fuse to the back of that. Just a couple strips. There we go. Okay, so whoops. So now the goal is to line this up perfectly the first time, because with fast fuse you do not get a second chance at it. I want to make sure I can see the paper at the top and the bottom, and I want it to be centered. There we go. So I'm going to put my thank you here, and I want some space because I'm going to put a little enameled shape here. So let's do fast fuse again. And I usually attach it and then cut it, but I didn't, it was, with it being inside, it was a little tricky. So let's stick this right there. There we go. So now for the bling, because you got to have some sort of bling. So I'm using the Knight of Navy enamel shapes and rhinestones. So we'll start with the enamel shapes, and my favorite applicating tool is the paper piercer, but known in my craft room as a pokey tool. And I'm going to take a heart for this project, and I'm putting the heart just right next to the thank you, because thanks with love is what this is. And now I'm going to dig out my, let's see, let's grab the new ones. I have so many old packages of rhinestones I'm still working through. Okay, so let's pull out one of the new ones though. So here's the new rhinestones, and there are 3 sizes. So the first 2 rows are the biggest, the next 2 rows are sort of a medium. Everything else above is the small one. So I'm going to start with, let's do the medium. I'm going to put that one here, and I'm going to take a small one, put it diagonally just below it, and then I could take another small one, and there we go. Now, I really like that, and I want to put lemon lime twist on this, because it's got little dots of lemon lime twist in the background, and there's, you know, kind of that in the sparkles. I was thinking, this is where I was thinking when I screwed up earlier, of course now I don't know what to do with the paper, was I wanted to use the glimmer paper. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I was thinking I'd put it under the thank you, but I put that down with fast fuse. What size storage box do I use for my embellishments? I'll show you what I use for my embellishments in a minute. Well, I'm figuring out how to add that. So my embellishments are in a drawer. They're not neat at the moment. In an antique muffin tin. I need to swap out. I haven't swapped out last year's stuff to this year's stuff. But I keep them all in a couple antique muffin tins in a drawer. That's why, so I can open the drawer, peek in, see what I got. All right. Can I pull that up? I'm going to screw that if I pull it up. All right. If I add. I got an idea. Let's see. Let's move this out of the way. I'm going to turn this over. All right, so this is 6 inches. I'm going to go in. Let's go in 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to cut a strip. Let's see. I may need to cut it bigger. And I'm wondering if I add it, like down here. What do we think? A little. Let's see. We'll try it. See what happens. See what happens. I might like it. I might not. How about under the tail? Under here? I wondered that because I stuck it down with fast fuse. There's no turning back when you stick it down with fast fuse. I'm afraid I'm gonna screw it up. So I'm going to put some glue dots on the edge here. Otherwise, I would put it right under the thank you as like a pop. Let's see. So let's see. Do it right in the middle. How do I do it? There. And then, so I'm going to trim in. I need another glue dot first. Hold on. I will tell you, this is how I design cards, is I do them and then I take them apart, and then I do them and I take them apart. And I usually don't use fast fuse because you can't really take it apart. So it's great for the finished projects, not so great for the in-between projects. All right. So now I got to trim this like here. Oh, that's right where the glue dot is. Of course it is. All right, we'll cut it and we'll put another glue dot. We'll cut it, another glue dot. Not exactly where I probably would have preferred it, but that works. It needed a little lemon lime zing, bling, ding ding. So there it is. I think that works. So there's the card. I'll have to update my PDF. So there will be a PDF when I'm done, like in an hour or so, with all the details. Live giveaway. Let's prize patrol. It's gonna take me a while to remember to say prize patrol. Oh, and I didn't pull in. Hold on. I went through and did all the graphics. I forgot to do the. Is that one? Nope. The pages. Where is? There we go. All right, and then WooBox. So let's post. All right, log in back in. It likes to log me out. All right, here we go. Make sure you guys can see this. So if I'm gonna pick a winner. All right, so you get an entry. So quick, super quick, if you just want to say comment, say hi. You entered to win the bright sequins. So whoever's name shows up wins. Here we go. Boom. And it is, can you see it? Oh, of course. How mean. What if I do this? Nope. All right. Oh, you can't even see it at all. There we go. All right, hold on. If I do this though, wait a minute. I can, technical problems. There we go. Transition. Boom. There's our winner, Ann Wilson. So Ann, if you are still online, please head over to Crafty Stampin' and head over to specials, giveaway, and click here to claim your prize. And probably if I put that on, yeah, that's where you need to go. So here we go. So I'm glad you stuck with me with all my little oops and boo-boos. I think I'll try to see what I can come up with for that other one that I forgot to put the window sheet on first. And I will be back on Thursday with a different project. We'll see if I can do it right, straight from the beginning. So thank you all for joining me. Tammy's going to be on at noon. So that is on Facebook at Stamp with Tammy 1. And I will see you guys all on Thursday. Bye.